Welcome back to episode 7 of my Age of Wonders 3 challenge series, where I'm doing the week starting army only challenge. And as you can see, look at all that. Master Cartographer. I finally researched it. And so what that does, for those who don't know, is reveal the entire map. It doesn't remove Fog of War, but I can see where all the cities are, and super importantly, where these headquarters are, capital cities are for my opponents. So there's 4 of them plus the 5th. Now I don't know, who's what, who owns what stuff, where their armies are, where their leaders are, right? Because you need to kill leader and then take their capital to be able to knock the AI out of the game. But this is going to be super helpful. I'm super glad that I opted for the Explorer specialization. Should have done this with my last 2 challenge series, in fact, but I'm glad I finally learned. So last time I was over here, I think, Wizard Tower. So I came down here through here. I think I sent my horsemen through this way and my main army through this, and we met back up here, and it worked out pretty well. So I cleared a few turns ago. Let's see what's interesting. That's not Mr. Cartographer. That was not interesting. That was not interesting. Off the beaten path to get to Master Cartographer. Advanced logistics, so I'm moving nice and speedy. This was a wizard tower clear. That was easy peasy. Now that I'm capped out at level 15, and look, champ 2, champ 2, champ 2. So, and again, 11 damage, respectable melee, stunning touch, occasionally dispel when they needed, healing, total awareness is wonderful for not getting flanked. Inflict stun is essential, benefiting from the Holy Champion, high morale of the leader, and the resurgence from the Divine Justicars, and the shock protection is nice in a case like this where you're going up against big snakes. And this hit points will keep growing and growing, and this is also particularly resistance pretty respectable. So this was a good clear, helped get some research. Yeah. What else? So let's check in. What do we have? So this is a nice blade. I don't want to do a lot of melee with my leader. I want to keep them safe, right? But I have it just occasionally. This even more. I mean, look at that. All that happiness. It's crazy. So between his hero upgrade of high morale plus this, he's just buffing people so incredibly. Like, just everybody has amazing morale. So crits left and right. And keeping that hit point pool high. Love this item for debuffed range strikes. I got the Seeker helmet on, so he does full damage at range and doesn't worry about range penalties or line of sight penalties. Move that to him to beef up the defense. Getting this nice little range damage buff to put here, although I really like the morale that I'm giving, so I'll have to think about this versus this carefully. It might be situational. I crafted an optimal chest piece for them that will give 10 hit points plus more armor to boost them up to 95. And 16, which is great. Holding on some points in reserve, right? Yeah, this and that and this. So that's all. So, hit points super expensive at this point to get any more. So holding some reserve in case you got to do like absorb pain, that sort of stuff. Think about convert for trying to add another unit in battle, but I think I'd rather have them always attacking. Here, up to huge hit points. Again, super expensive for hit points. Holding some in reserve just in case I need to think about additional stuff that I would do. But I think all of this is the same as before. We'll talk about where that tireless is coming from and all these buffs. So Yeah, this was wonderful. So let's look this out. We got the life drain and the monster steal. You know about that. Little defense. That's old. That's old. That's old. Tireless boots, right? So infinite life draining attacks, and then I love when I pick this mythical torso gear. Everybody loves this, right? +3 defense and 60% on all the resistance-based channels. So wonderful, wonderful start. And so I'm going to look to craft some additional items or acquire some additional items that can max out some of these things. So if I have to go against certain types of damage, like there's a lot of sorcerer stuff, I'm going to try and boost this, because if he gets stunned, that's a big problem, because this doesn't work right. So I want to prioritize this. I don't want them to get converted, so boosting this would be nice. And there's a lot of fire protection. And so if we're facing off against machines, and again, I don't know who these opponents, I haven't met them yet, right? I can just see the map, but I haven't met them. So I still don't know who my opponents are. But if I'm going to be fighting up against like machines, I have to have this maxed out. So really happy, really happy about that pickup. And so these numbers are respectable. This could be higher, but again, these direct resistances go a long way. Champ 2. Yeah, so I think that's what we got to talk about. Working on boosting these points for more spellage. I got this, but I can't use it, unfortunately, because of my self-imposed restrictions. This is all the same. Advanced logistics, the hasty plunder, master cartographer. Yeah, so feeling really good. I mean, if this is the capital, I imagine I'm going to meet the AI really soon. So we'll see when that happens. But this has been episode 7, turn 31. See you in the next episode.